We're rolling. Cool. Time for another little grainy iPhone recorded hunk of junk for posterity's sake. I just realized something. Did you ever... Just sitting here looking at this right now. Did you ever watch that video by the Talking Heads where he's in the big shoulder, oversized freaking suit? That's kind of what I look like. Big guy with a little head. Anyway, next foray into Starcraft madness. We went through the whole Glovett situation and how I screwed that up on the nose of the boat and how I had to strip the portion of it off and all that. I think that was the last video, if I'm not mistaken. I do believe so. Anyway, since then, we got a little bit of body work done. There was some dents on the sides of the boat that needed to be taken care of, on the nose of the boat that needed to be taken care of. Other than that, it's gonna be digging for gold here pretty soon. Been working a lot of overtime, so I haven't had much time to do this kind of shit. And I had still have a sick Indian motorcycle. If anybody caught that short, or if anybody gives a shit, because I doubt any 87 of you really do. That one did get some traction. So that's kind of good. Maybe somebody, higher up and smarter than me can fucking see that, and I don't know. That was a design flaw with that. But hey, we're getting off the topic. All right, let's get into it. All right. So, we got some primer. We got some Bondo spots. Yeah, I need to finish this. That's just a little bit of spot mud. There was a little bit of a low spot. I sanded into it, but you can see the Bondo and the high build primers filling those sanding scratches rather nicely. I got one spot back here that I do need to, it feels good, so I think I just need to scuff that and leave it go. But the one video I took, I think I showed you people that the bottom of the boat was pretty shiny, and it's not now, because this has all got Glovett on it, the whole freaking thing. So all these rivets are sealed. You're seeing shiny spots on top of the rivets. That's just, it's the abrasive that went over top. The rivets are sealed, so they're in good shape. No, we're probably looking at this and going, why the hell did you primer the whole nose of the boat, Heath? What the fuck's wrong with you? Well, there was a reason for that. The Glovett that I had to peel off, again, we had a ragged edge here, and there's still a little bit here that I have to prep out to make this seamless. So it goes from the high build into the Glovett, and then we're gonna epoxy primer over that. This side right here looks actually really damn good. I'm not gonna do much with that besides scuff it and shoot it. There's the infamous factory fuck up, and it's now, there's no way around it. I mean, you can look at the sand mark here and see you got a heavy sand mark, well, you could see primer, and then it comes out. That's a hoove out. I don't know what the hell happened to that. At first I thought it was a fork at the factory that went through it, but I'm almost convinced it was something that was on the inside of the boat that came out, just because of this ding doodle right here that's an outie. Okay. I don't know if I want to try to work that back in or not, being that it's on a hard edge and that it is where it is. I think I might leave that one go. Back here, I do have to get the welder in to, have these arcs shut. And the whole reason that I spreaded glove it on the bottom of the boat anyway was because of this screw. Again, if you haven't followed along, somebody grounded everything in the boat to the body of the boat, and that's the cause of all this pitting and stuff that you see, the different little pock marks and variations in it. That was because of that. But other than getting that welded up there and these 4 holes welded shut, we're going to be pretty much ready to go. These 2 or 3 holes here was for a pitted tube. There's going to be a piece of king starboard mounted here for my transducers, my pitted tube, all that. So that's not even going to be, and it's inconsequential because that whole piece of king starboard is going to have a heavy layer of 3M5200 on it, because I don't intend on taking it off, and it'll be probably about 1.5 inches thick. So that way, no matter what size screw you throw into it, unless it's 2 inches long, it ain't gonna matter. But yeah, got a little bit of sand work to do here. A little bit to do here. There's some graininess in there, and that little pock mark there that needs taken out. But the dent up front, you can see the putty work, the fairing work that I did here. That's all filling in those dents, and you get a dent in something, you don't realize how many different ways of Sundays that it warps it. But that, if you run your hand across that, it is nice and smooth now. And yeah, so we're getting close. We're getting close to laying some paint on it. Haven't decided yet what I want to do, whether I just want to I'm not leaning real hard on this, but I do like the aspect of being able to buff and polish automotive paint. Regular single part marine paint, you really can't do that. You end up burnishing the paint. You fucking your paint job up, taking the gloss right out of it, which single part paint, after a period of about between 5 and 10 years depending, it starts to dull and chalk, just like gel coat does. So I don't know. I know that I probably shouldn't do an automotive paint on the bottom of this boat and on the sides of it, but I do like the aspect of being able to repair it, which the single part paint, if I remember correctly, you really can't. It's one and done, and if you get scratches or dents in it, you're pretty much boned. So that's where we're at today, and gonna dig back into it. The bike is still at my friend's house. If anybody gives a shit about that short I threw out about a week or so ago, I am going to have to it's the lateral movement in that swing arm that I showed in that short. If you really watch that, you can see it. Look at the bottom edge of the fender versus how I'm jerking that thing left and right, and you can see the movement. It's better than 20 thou. It's no wonder I couldn't get the belt squeal out of that bike to save my life. I could get it for a certain period of time, and then it would come back ultimately. I do not like the rear shock that's on that bike. It blew out on me last summer. There's one that I found that it comes from a Chieftain Classic, which I'm not familiar with the older Polaris branded Indian models, just the Roadmaster. That was the one I was most interested in always, but the Chieftain Classic has an adjustable spring rate rear shock that's hydraulic, that's sealed, that's just like a car shock. I'm opting to go that route and say fuck that air shock. I never put more than 25 to 30 pounds of air in that, depending on how I loaded it, and poof, it went. So the other option for that is the was it Ed's Dyno Service? I can't remember what the hell the name of the site is, but it's something Dyno Service that sells a nitrogen charged, fully adjustable rear shock for these bikes, and supposedly that's the cat's ass. Well, the difference between me and the cat's ass is about $1,000. So I don't really want to do that right now. I'd rather invest the money in the boat and get it done and rocking and rolling for the springtime. We're gonna see how that shakes out, because after price and things, oh my god, I hope something happens in this country to where prices come down, because my god, it's fucking killing us. But regardless, that's where I'm at. I don't want to have to work 2 full-time fucking jobs again to accomplish my goals, but it's kind of looking like it might be that way. But anyway, do it or not, choice is always up to you. Above all, stay tuned, my good friends, and you are my friends. Especially that one from Canada. I think I know who you are. You in there somewhere? Much love. See ya.